So yesterday we looked at the effects of multiplying or dividing all of the values in a random variable by a constant. Today we're going to look at what happens if we add or subtract a value from all of the values in a random variable. So in this example, it says that it costs Pete $100 to buy permits, gas, and a ferry pass for each half-day trip. Let V be the amount of profit Pete makes on a randomly selected trip. So we're looking at V now, and V represents the amount of profit. Well, the amount of profit that Pete makes would be the amount of money that he collects minus the $100 it cost him to buy the permits, gas, and so on. And we said yesterday that the amount of money that he takes in, that he collects, is C. So to find V, we would have to find out how much money he collected total and subtract $100 from that, and that would actually be his profit. So if we looked at the probability distribution of V, we'd be looking at the profit, and we'd be looking at the probability of each of those profits. So yesterday, I'll go ahead and pull this back up. We said that if he had 2 passengers, then he would collect $300. Well, if we subtract 100 from that he collected, then his profit would be $200, should he have 2 passengers. If he has 3 passengers, he collects a total of $350. So if we subtract 100, then his profit would be $250. Oh, I messed this up. Sorry, it was $450. If we subtract 100, then we get $350 as his profit. With 3 passengers, he would collect $600. So if we take $100 away from cost, then he would have a profit of $500. Then we said that with 5 passengers, he would collect a total of $750. If we take the $100 away for his cost, then he has a profit of $650. And then finally, if he has 6 passengers, he collects $900. So if he spends $100 on costs, then he still has a profit of $800. Our probabilities will be exactly the same. So he gets a profit of $200 if he has 2 passengers, and the probability of that happening is 0.15. He gets a profit of $350 with 3 passengers, and the probability of that occurring is 0.25. With 3 passengers, he makes $500. The probability of that is 0.35. That was 4 passengers. 5 passengers, he has a profit of $650. The probability of 5 passengers is 0.20. And finally, if he has 6 passengers, he has a profit of $800. The probability of that is 0.05. So now that we have the probability distribution for V, what I'd like for you to do is use your calculator to find the mean of V and the standard deviation of V and interpret those into context. Then once you've done that, I want you to use your calculators to graph and compare the probability distributions of C and V. How are the shapes compared? How are the centers compared? How is the spread compared? So if you want, you can partner up with somebody and one person can do C, one person can do V. And then once you've done that, I would like for you to see if you can come up with some rules for how adding or possibly subtracting the same positive number A to a random variable would affect the mean, the spread, and the shape of the distribution. So go ahead and do that now. Once you're ready, you can start part 2 of the video.